Hello friends, welcome to our channel edu.com. I am Deeptayon and in this video we will be discussing about the remaining portion of circulatory system. So without further delay, let's start. In our previous video we had discussed about blood vessels and the human heart. So here we are starting with blood coagulation. So whenever there is any injury in our body leading to loss of blood, we observe that after 3 to 5 minutes the blood flow stops. This is due to blood clotting at the ruptured site. This process of clotting of blood is called coagulation. So now let's see what is the definition of coagulation or clotting of blood. Blood, whenever comes out of the vessels, quickly changes from fluid state into jelly-like material. This is known as clot, and the process of clotting of blood is called blood coagulation. Now we come to the mechanism of coagulation. It is divided into 4 steps. Step 1. The ruptured platelets at the site of wound releases an enzyme thromboplastin. Step 2. This enzyme, in presence of calcium ion and vitamin K, converts soluble blood protein prothrombin into enzymically active thrombin. Step 3. Thrombin catalyzes the reaction for conversion of soluble blood protein fibrinogen into insoluble protein fibrin. Step 4. Fibrin forms a meshwork on the ruptured site to prevent loss of RBCs. So we have tried to depict the mechanism in the form of a chart as shown in your screen. Now these are some notes that might come as short questions. Let's go through them in brief. To avoid clotting of blood stored in blood bank, sodium oxalate or sodium citrate is added. When a clot or thrombus is transported in the bloodstream, it is called embolus. It causes embolism when lodged in a vessel and cuts off circulation. It may be fatal if formed inside the blood vessels, supplying blood to heart or brain. Now we will be discussing about blood groups or ABO blood group system. So what are antigens and antibodies? Glycoproteins on surface of RBCs are called antigens, and gamma globulin protein on blood plasma is called antibodies. Now, depending on the presence or absence of antigens, blood group is determined. Person with antigen A and antibody anti-B has A blood group. The presence of anti-B means that if blood containing B antigen, that is blood group B, enters in its body, its blood will treat it as a foreign body and would produce antibodies. Similarly, person with antigen B and antibody anti-A has B blood group. This means if blood group A enters its body, blood will produce antibodies against it. Now, blood with two antigens A and B and no antibody is called AB blood group. And blood with no antigen but both antibody anti-A and anti-B is called O blood group. This means since O has antibodies for both antigens A and B, if A, B or AB blood group enter into its body, it would produce antibody. Rh factor. In addition to A and B antigens, human RBCs also possess Rh antigen. Rh positive persons have Rh antigen while Rh negative persons do not have Rh antigen. Rh negative persons do not have natural antibodies against Rh antigen. Rh negative blood can be given to Rh negative person and Rh positive person, but Rh positive blood can be given only to Rh positive person. Now we are coming to clumping action. Antigen A, that is blood group A, and antibody A, that is blood group B, are incompatible. Similarly, antigen B, that is blood group B, and antibody B, that is blood group A, are incompatible. When blood of different blood groups A and B is mixed, clumping occurs due to antigen-antibody interaction. This is called clumping reaction or agglutination. Blood transfusion. The process by which blood is transferred from donor to recipient is called blood transfusion. In order to perform blood transfusion, blood group of both donor as well as recipient must be known. Now this is the blood transfusion chart. We can see that when O negative is the donor, as it has no antigen A, B or Rh, it can be given to all blood group recipients. But since O positive has only Rh antigen, it can be given only to all Rh positive recipients. Similarly, A negative contains only antigen A, so it can be give blood to A positive, A negative, AB positive and AB negative. While A positive contains antigen A as well as Rh antigen, it can only give blood to A positive and AB positive. So it goes in this way. We hope that now you can understand the chart easily. If you have any query, you can ask in the comment section. So after studying the chart, it is clear that AB positive is universal recipient and O negative is universal donor. So that was all from my side in this video. Hope you have enjoyed watching this. Would be delighted if you give a big thumbs up to this video. You can drop your views or any doubts in the comment section. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon for further educational updates. Thank you.